During the 14th century BC, Egypt thrived, and religion gained prominence in Egyptian life. One bold pharaoh, Akhenaten, sought to break centuries-old traditions by urging Egyptians to abandon their many gods and worship only one deity, Aten. Viewed as a heretic, Akhenaten introduced monotheism, altering history forever. Born as Amenhotep, meaning Amun is content, Akhenaten was the second son of Pharaoh Amenhotep III and Queen Tai. Following his elder brother Thutmose's sudden death, Amenhotep IV took the throne in Thebes in 1353 BC as the 10th ruler of the 18th dynasty. He married the renowned Nefertiti, his great royal wife, with whom he shared a deep bond and 6 daughters. Known for her influence, Nefertiti became one of Egypt's most iconic queens, immortalized in a famous limestone bust. When Akhenaten ascended the throne, Egyptians worshipped many gods, with Amun as the central deity of powerful cults. The cult of Amun, in particular, rivaled the pharaoh in wealth and land, which may have sparked Akhenaten's bold religious reforms. For the first 5 years of his reign, he allowed traditional worship, but, influenced by his mother, he began focusing on Aten, the sun disk linked to the god Ra. In his 5th year, he changed his name to Akhenaten, or living spirit of Aten, to reflect his devotion, and by his 9th year, he declared Aten the only god. This extreme shift is often cited as the birth of monotheism. Akhenaten ordered the erasure of other gods' images, vandalizing Amun's temples and declaring himself Aten's sole messenger, usurping the role of priests. While some aristocrats complied, Amun's priests preserved hidden texts and relics. Toward the end of his reign, Akhenaten even proclaimed himself and Nefertiti as deities. Seeking a new religious center, Akhenaten built Akhenaten, now known as Amarna, a city that celebrated Aten. The city's open temples allowed sunlight to bathe worshippers, aligning with the sun's path. However, foreign envoys found the roofless spaces uncomfortable, as evidenced by an Assyrian king's letter mocking Akhenaten's sun exposure. This Amarna period produced distinctive art that portrayed Akhenaten and his family with elongated features, leading some to suspect he had Marfan syndrome. However, the art style likely served to emphasize their godlike status. Akhenaten neglected diplomatic duties, prompting frustration among allies. The Amarna letters highlight his disregard. For instance, Ribhada, king of Byblos, repeatedly begged for help against his enemies, but was ignored and ultimately assassinated. After 17 years, Akhenaten died and was buried in Amarna, but his tomb was later desecrated. The sarcophagus was reconstructed in the 20th century and resides in Cairo's Egyptian Museum. Following Akhenaten, his son Tutankhamun reversed Atenism, re-established Thebes as the capital, and restored Amun's worship. His successor, Horemheb, erased Akhenaten's legacy from Egyptian records, nearly consigning him to obscurity. Rediscovered in the 19th century, Akhenaten is now recognized for his revolutionary impact on religion. Sigmund Freud suggested that Atenism's followers, led by a priest named Moses, may have influenced Judaism. Though the connection is speculative, Akhenaten's monotheism undeniably set a historical precedent.